If any modern-era UFC athlete is worthy of a Hall of Fame distinction, despite having never realized a UFC title, I would submit to you Donald "Cowboy" Cerrone. His resume reads like a UFC record book.
And he just keeps on getting better. Every time you think Cowboy is starting to get to the end of the rope, he reinvents himself. He makes some small change to his game that allows him to compete at the highest level. The run that he went on after beating Alexander Hernandez and then coupling that with the massive victory over Ally Aquinta, you thought watching that you were watching the very best Cowboy Cerrone you've ever seen. And this is at the tail end of a career that spanned over a decade.
And his new source of motivation, his son, Danger. These are very legitimate championship aspirations for Donald "Cowboy" Cerrone, trying to move one step closer here tonight. Well, it should be a highly compelling matchup here tonight. The Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt believes he has definite advantages when it comes to the grappling, and there's no questioning his ground game. He'll pull guard, whatever it takes.
You know what I love about him is that for as good as he is in the Jiu-Jitsu, he's more Jacare than Andre Galvao. Because Andre Galvao was a tremendous grappler, but it never translated. Jacare was able to get enough striking to make him more dangerous. That's this guy. This guy can strike just enough to make you take notice, and then he takes you down. And once you're down, you're in trouble. He's a tremendous fighter, tremendous grappler, but fighter just enough to make you have to respect that standard.
And still, in terms of the training, focused on the jiu-jitsu maintenance, right? Obviously, the striking improvements have been prioritized, but maintaining the high-level jiu-jitsu that got him to the big show. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Donald "Cowboy" Cerrone. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC lightweight champion and former UFC welterweight champion and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, the Prodigy, B.J. Penn.
Herbert Dean's in the building. He is the third man in the octagon tonight.
Let's do it.
Well, early on in his career, B.J. Penn was a first-round machine. Now, later in his career, not so much that. Well, the Prodigy gets caught by that straight hand. Watching the lifelong striker, Cowboy Cerrone, showing you his kickboxing acumen here tonight. Nicely done.
And on Cowboy Cerrone's kicks, it's not that he throws them blind. They're always hidden. They're always hidden behind some beautiful combination. And tonight, that combination led to that beautiful kick land.
Here's the kick, blocked by Penn. Leg kick is true. Oh, and there's another leg kick for good measure. So doing a really good job with that weapon here tonight. And if you're trying to slow your opponent down, mission accomplished so far.
When you can land that many leg kicks, you start to affect the movement. You start to affect the hand. Everything changes when you're blasting someone over and over and over with leg kicks. And you start to see the damage, not only in the legs, but in the facial expression of his opponent.
Oh, how good is this? 1 minute into the fight, and we got a full-on brawl.
These guys said that they were going to point to the center of the octagon and they were going to fight. Did I believe them? No. So So right now, I am so wrong. They are doing exactly what they said.
Yeah, shades of Max Holloway against Ricardo Lamas back in the day. All right, inside his opponent's guard here, DC. You don't want to play around here too long.
No, you got to either have 2 hands in or 2 hands out, or guys start to attack triangles.
Three minutes to go.
Good work, guys. Come on.
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission. Beautiful transition. Yeah, he's in half guard here.
Penn's back in full guard, making all these shots count. Pretty good elbow there to the body by BJ Penn. All right, working inside his opponent's guard here.
You cannot sit in these jiu-jitsu guys' guard. And you can't have one arm in, one arm out. Guys can start throwing up legs, chasing triangles.
All right, rubber guard for him now, DC. We haven't seen you lean on this knee.
No, I can't get those legs up there. Come on, man, look at these tree trunks. They don't go up around nobody's shoulders. I like to keep my feet on the ground, and I like to grind. That's what I'm known for. But this guy has that dexterity. He has that ability to throw up the rubber guard, to be able to threaten from a position where his opponent was trying to find safety. There are many, many attacks here. Let's see which one he chooses to go after.
Cerrone going to work here from the full guard. Nice combination of strikes, mixing it up pretty well here. All right, the referee not seeing enough action there. We go back to the center of the octagon now. Back and forth we go.
Cowboy took that left hand really good.
Pretty good position here with the single collar in the clinch. Champ, look at that redness underneath his elbow. A lot of those strikes to the body starting to pile up.
Getting beat up and being smart enough to not be headhunting the entire time. I like this. I like this approach.
Oh, man, DC, he would appear to be in real trouble. That's a big hook.
Beautiful job getting those hands up.
Just out of range with that left hook. All right, so perhaps he's gonna have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
Take a deep breath.
Lands to the body there. 15 seconds remain in the round. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are gonna take their toll as this fight goes on. Cerrone is bleeding from the mouth, Daniel. Looks as though there's a cut on his lip. Thankfully, he's a lot tougher than I am. 5 minutes in the books. All right, so that round is in the books. Cerrone's corner has some work to do. They're going to take a look at that lip. Hopefully the cut man can do his thing and just make sure that it doesn't continue to bleed and provide further adversity for him in this fight. All right, big moment in that round, of course, the strike that caused the cut to the lip. Certainly it's not shades of Robbie Lawler nor Alistair Overeem, but the cut does bear watching as we move forward.
And it still hurts. I mean, it still hurts. Honestly, everything hurts in the octagon, and that shot looked like it hurt a ton. But what the story will be is that it opened up that cut on the lip. How does he avoid taking too much damage back to that spot? He's got to move his head off that center line as he's moving forward.
And there's only so much a cut man can do to stop bleeding in the mouth area, so we will continue to monitor that cut as this fight presses forward. All right, so not exactly the approach we thought we would see out of this BJJ player. His ground game, you can argue, as good as anyone's in this division, yet he hasn't attempted a single takedown.
Has not even attempted a takedown. I would never have expected this, John. I don't understand what is going on in this fighter's head. He needs to get the fight to his wheelhouse, and that is on the ground in the grappling. I don't know, man. Pride is a weird thing, and it seems as though he's fighting with pride tonight.
Cerrone gets caught by that straight punch. That'll get his attention.
Over and over, same story. Punch after punch to the head.
Now he gets a more dominant position with the underhook.
He is going to start to drive knees over and over. You got to be careful here. You got to move.
Well, you don't want to be too hard on this fighter, but his takedowns are outstanding. His submission skills are top-notch. We've seen none of that tonight.
He's got to try to change it up. You don't fight with your ego. You don't worry about showing off new things you learned in the gym. Get to what brought you to the show. That is his submission skills. He's such a phenomenal grappler. He needs to find a way to get this fight back to the floor.
All right, so he lands again, just like we saw in the last round, realizing a lot of success with his Muay Thai game tonight.
You know, why change it? It's working, and it's working from the very start of the fight. The moment this fight started, you saw the advantage that we predicted was there. He started to take advantage of it early, and now he's continuing to build on that. This kickboxer looks amazing tonight.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
Good stick.
Hard shots.
Holy smokes!
I mean, you gotta be kidding me with that knockout. If that is not the #1 play on SportsCenter tonight, I'm not sure what would top it. One of the best knockouts we've seen all year.
In a very long time. I have not seen someone look this good. He promised us something, and he delivered with that beautiful knockout.
All right, we now go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 21 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, Donald Cowboy Cerrone.
So congratulations to Donald Cowboy Cerrone, yet another UFC win here tonight. And once again, he has taken on all comers. Once again, he finds a way to get his hand raised tonight as he puts all his skills together. And of course, if one guy knows how to celebrate a W, it is Cowboy Cerrone. Tap that K.